For many, this man was the very icon of evil. For more than 10 years, he cast a dark shadow as a symbol of murderous hatred of America and the West. An elusive villain, constantly frustrating the world's most powerful military and most sophisticated intelligence services. But American forces finally ended it here. In this bedroom, the blood-soaked sheets and blood-stained floor shows where Bin Laden died, in a mansion surrounded by high security not far from the Pakistani capital. Last summer, the CIA tracked his most trusted courier to this home. The CIA believes it was built specially to hide Bin Laden.
Last August, after years of painstaking work by our intelligence community, I was briefed on a possible lead to Bin Laden. It was far from certain, and it took many months to run this thread to ground. And finally, last week, I determined that we had enough intelligence to take action and authorized an operation to get Osama bin Laden and bring him to justice.
2 helicopters with some 25 special forces, U.S. Navy SEALs on board, flew into the region on a night chosen for the lack of moonlight. They flew to the town of Abbottabad, just 70 miles away from the capital, Islamabad. The special forces team was dropped onto the roof of the building. One helicopter developed mechanical problems and was destroyed later by the team. Inside, Bin Laden was found in a bedroom and, according to American officials, refused to surrender. He was killed with 2 shots to the head. 3 other men, one thought to be his son, were killed, as was a woman who officials say was being used as a shield. The body of the world's most wanted man was then taken from the building and later buried at sea, so there's no grave that could become a shrine. Inside the White House, the president monitored the whole operation. It lasted only 40 minutes, but it was an eternity for those waiting.
It was probably one of the most anxiety-filled periods of time, I think, in the lives of the people who were assembled here yesterday. The minutes passed like days, and the president was very concerned about the security of our personnel. That was what was on his mind throughout, and we wanted to make sure that we were able to get through this and accomplish the mission.
Aboard the u.s.a. Carl Vinson, the body was washed, placed in a white sheet and put in a weighted bag. Religious rites were performed and translated into Arabic by a native speaker. The Pentagon said after the words were complete, the body was placed on a prepared flat board, tipped up, whereupon the deceased's body eased into the sea. It's 10 years since the planes ploughed into the Twin Towers, part of the coordinated attack on the USA that killed more than 3,000 people and traumatized the country to its core. Bin Laden's dream was America's nightmare. He'd been a target before. Now he was America's arch-enemy. So news of his death spread quickly. Even before the president made his announcement, crowds gathered outside the White House celebrating. They'd waited years for this. A little later, elated, patriotic crowds gathered in New York's Times Square and at Ground Zero itself, where relatives paid more somber tribute. This man lost his British wife in the attack.
Our American guys went in there, looked him in the eye, probably said a couple of choice words, and shot him in the head. I know that Catherine is in heaven right now, and she's looking at this, and she has a feeling of satisfaction, too, because I know that God threw that man's soul into the depths of hell.
In a nation often riven with debates about its role and its wars, this looks like a clear, uncomplicated victory. The good guys killed the bad guy, and President Obama wants to stress it's his victory too. He told the CIA to make killing or capturing bin Laden their top priority. He chaired the meetings in March that designed this raid. He succeeded where 2 other presidents failed. In a ceremony honoring the military, he said there was nothing America could not do if it put its mind to it.
I think we can all agree this is a good day for America. Our country has kept its commitment to see that justice is done. The world is safer. It is a better place because of the death of Osama bin Laden.
The FBI has changed its 10 most wanted website. Osama bin Laden is now marked deceased, to the immense satisfaction of America.